That is that there are orders barring Honorable Kindiki from being sworn into office. That is the basis upon which those applications will be heard for our decisions to be made one way or the other.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Celestine Wendia. I'll be your host for today. We will be diving into a significant legal development in Kenya, the Court of Appeal's decision to overrule Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu on the matter of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment challenge. In simple terms, this is to say that the petition that Gachagua lawyers had filed went through. This ruling has major implications for the former deputy president and raises important questions about the separation of powers within the Kenyan judiciary. First of all, to understand this ruling, we need to rewind back to October 2024. You all remember what happened. Following the impeachment by the National Assembly and the Senate, Rigathi Gachagua, that is the former deputy president, initiated legal proceedings to contest his removal. He argued that the impeachment process was unconstitutional and didn't follow proper procedures. His lawyers basically came forward and said whatever procedure was followed to overthrow him from power was not what was supposed to be done. These legal challenges were consolidated and brought before the High Court. Then on October 18, 2024, Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu took action and formed 3-judge bench to hear these critical cases. However, this decision by Deputy Chief Justice was immediately met by opposition from Mr. Gachagua's legal team. We all remember the battle with the lawyers. It was showed basically everywhere. They argued that the DCJ Mwilu did not have the constitutional authority to form this particular panel for such an important matter. On Friday, May 9th, 2025, the Court of Appeal delivered its ruling and it reached a different conclusion, overturning the High Court's earlier stance. The appellate court's bench, comprising Justice Daniel Musinga, Mumbi Ngugi, and Francis Tuyot, firmly stated that the authority of the constitute of a bench of judges is indeed a constitutional duty specifically reserved for the Chief of Justice. Now, my question is, we all know that we have a new deputy president, right? Kithure Kindiki. So what do you think he's thinking at this moment that the petition has been thrown out? Does it mean that we have 2 vice presidents now? How does the law operate in such proceedings? Because most of it is ambiguous. It is not stating clearly whether Kindiki is supposed to step down for Gachagua to go back in, or Gachagua is basically just supposed to keep his bags packed like they were. So the major question is what happens next. The Court of Appeal has directed that the petitions challenging Mr. Gachagua's removal from office must be referred back to the Chief Justice.
The critical bit would have to be the Court of Appeal appreciated the fact that this is a matter that needs to be disposed of one way or the other. And that is why within 14 days, we expect that the Chief Justice will empanel a bench to rehear, fresh hearing of those applications. The significant point here before we lose it is that because there were orders in Kerugoya barring the swearing in of Deputy President Kindiki, it effectively means that you go back to the position as it was before the declaration was made. That is that there are orders barring Honorable Kindiki from being sworn into office. That is the basis upon which those applications will be heard for our decisions to be made one way or the other. This brings to fore, is it therefore possible that the Deputy Chief Justice is in office lawfully? The answer from where we came from, because the courts have said severally, if you do something that you had no legal capacity to do, that thing is null and void. It is as if it never happened. But under the law, he'll have to wait for the fresh hearing of those decisions to confirm whether he is in office. Because remember, immediately after that decision was made, what happened is that there was a ruling on 30th of October. The ruling of 30th of October I believe it could have been 31st, basically said that you set aside the orders that were given by the High Court in Kerugoya and gave the green light for Deputy President Kindiki to be sworn in. Now that we have reversed the position and gone to the position where there are orders, it is our position, and we shall be taking it to court very soon as we have that bench, to be able to say that probably Kindiki, until the illegality of whether he's in office lawfully has been settled, he should stop passing himself off as a deputy president.
Chief Justice Martha Koome now has the sole authority to empanel a new bench of judges who will be responsible for hearing and determining these critical legal matters. The Court of Appeal has given a timeline of 14 days for this to happen. What are your thoughts on this ruling especially? Most people came forward and said that Koome is not fit to make this decision. What do you think about that? On to another story. We are covering a shocking incident at the funeral of late Kasipul MP Charles Were, an attack on Embakasi East MP Babu Owino. Most of us know Babu Owino. He has been involved in so much matters that if you don't know who he is, you are new. Let's get straight into it. On Friday, May 9th, 2025, Homa Bay County was mourning the tragic assassination of their MP, Charles Were. But the somber occasion took a dramatic turn. When Embakasi East MP Babu Owino arrived to the funeral, you all remember that they are under one political party. Reports indicate as Babu Owino arrived at the burial in Kachen village, he was attacked by individuals described as goons. For example, those who are in custody right now while the case is being investigated are being affiliated with a gang group. Eyewitnesses say his security team quickly stepped in and overpowered the attackers. Both MPs Babu Owino and late Charles Were were members of the ODM party. Well, while the motives of the attackers remain unclear, the timing of the incident upon Babu Owino's arrival suggests a targeted act. Remember, the MP's death is linked to an assassination. Despite this attempted attack, Babu Owino was seen at both the funeral mass and the burial ceremony. He even addressed the mourners and received cheers from the crowd. This positive reception, despite the earlier aggression, is a key point to note. This incident occurs in a tense political climate following the assassination of MP Were. Babu Owino, known for his outspoken nature, has often been critical of the government. This attack could be interpreted as an act of political intimidation. Many people are questioning whether the ones who killed MP Charles Were are the ones also who are targeting Babu Owino. What are your thoughts about this? Do you think that these attacks are connected in some way, or is it just a coincidence? This incident highlights the volatile political environment in Kenya that has been going on for some time now. Political leaders have been attacked, have been exposed to danger, but I don't know what to think about it. What are your thoughts? Write down in the comments below. Like the video. I have been your host, Celestine Wandia.